Hello, everybody. Hi. How are you? What is new? Hi, it is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. And I hope all is well. What are you doing? What's new? What's happening? How's it going? Hello. Hi. Hi. Hey, Lydia. Hi, everybody. How is everyone doing? It is good to see you
Name
all.
game.
What? What? The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say boo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Krellin, I saw you coming in there earlier, Krellin. Krellin, Bobellin, Banana, Fana, Fulfellin, Fee, Fi, Mo, Melon. Krellin, the melon felon. Atomica, Bobatomica, Banana, Fana, Fofatomica, Fee, Fi, Mo, Matomica. Atomica. The name game. Oh, thank you both for those resubs. Thank you. I helped me surprise the hell out of your teacher today. Ooh, really? Tell me how. But speaking of which, Drenbar, Bobenbar, Banana, Fana, Fofenbar, Fifa, Momenbar. Drenbar, Wizard Styles, Bo Bizzard Styles, Banana, Fana, Fizzard Styles, Fifa, Mo, Mizzard Styles. Wizard Styles, half-arsed hermit, bo baff-arsed hermit, banana fan, half-arsed hermit, fee-fi, mo math-arsed hermit, half-arsed hermit, Darth Credible Hulk, bo Barth Credible Hulk, banana fan, half-arsed Credible Hulk, fee-fi, mo Marth Credible Hulk, Darth Credible Hulk, But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. I like Bob. Bob drop the B's, Bo, Ob, or Fred. Fred drop the F's, Fo, Red, or Mary. Mary drop the M's, Mo, Airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Max Rider, Bo, Bax Rider, Banana Fan, Fo, Fax Rider, Fee, Fi, Mo, Ax Writer. Max Writer, the name game. Woo! Thank you so much, anonymous gifter, for those gift subs. Thank you. I am Muselch. I'm not on vacation. I wish I were on vacation. I just finished the last day of classes. I have a bucket load of grading, and then the final papers are all due May 5th. And so once May 5th comes in, I'll have a much larger bucket of grading to do. I still have office hours. I have to meet with students who want help on the papers that are due. And so the 5th is when the last batch of things come in, so I'll have grading to do until then. Grades for seniors are due on the 11th of May, and then graduation's a little bit later than that. So basically mid-May is when I'm basically done, more or less. So thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous Gifter. Very kind of you. Thank you. I do love a good name game. It makes me very happy. So I need to know how you surprised the hell out of your music teacher today. This is going to be an exciting story. I'm certain of it. Atomica says he was teaching musique concrète, nice as a musical concept. So I brought up Pierre Schaeffer since it reminded me of the concept, and played some, and he was completely caught off guard. I think he was a little disappointed that he wasn't uniquely knowledgeable in that type of music. Look, I love musique concrète, but a lot of people, don't know it. You know what I mean? I love some good avant-garde weird stuff. Speaking of avant-garde weird music that I like, I don't know if you know, there's a group called Matmos. Do you know Matmos? They do like electronic dance music, but they also are avant-garde electronic musicians. And you still have that playlist pinned? Ah, nice. So Matmos did an album called California Rhinoplasty, and it is all samples of the sounds of people doing plastic surgery, and they use that to create electronic music sounds. Hold on. Let's see if I can find something from them. I mean, I know I cannot actually. I know where I can find it. Hold on. It's what happens when like avant-garde electronic music nerds decide to make EDM. They do something like this. Hold on. I know I might have it. I think I have it. Where? Let me see if I can find it. Right. So this one here is from their album A Chance to Cut is a Chance to Cure. And this is the beginning of the piece California Rhinoplasty. I think I can get you to hear it. Hold on. Let's put you, where are you? Here, and let's put you here. Just a little bit so you can hear it. So they use samples of like sounds of plastic surgery for this. Let's see if we can get it going. But that's all samples from plastic surgery sounds, right? From like recordings taken during while people were getting plastic surgery. That's what that is. And I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was kind of neat. That was my thoughts. So I thought I'd share that with you. That's what I wanted to share. So like, you know, you get these like people doing avant-garde stuff, and then they get picked up, taken up in some kind of way by the avant-garde. And I think that is really, really cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's happened recently, sometimes a little bit, but like sometimes just like full-on weirdo avant-garde musicians just make it into the mainstream briefly, and nobody knows why, but it does happen. And I find that just fascinating. Also, what was the skill point issue you had going on for GURPS? Tell me. So, hi. Welcome, everybody. It's me, Trooper SJP, and it is Thursday, and it's the Mac Gaming Thursday, and we're playing Mutazione, which we are careening towards the end game. I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, I don't know for 100% for a fact, but it really feels like that, so that's kind of exciting. And today was the last day of classes. Today we were, for the American music class, we were doing laptop punk and, you know, digital electronic music, computer music, laptop punk and that kind of stuff, EDM. That's what we were doing in American music. And in the history of rock and roll, we were doing pop, K-pop basically, although not exactly, sort of, but not completely. We were talking about sort of the state of popular music in the current moment, and we were looking at sort of K-pop, the K-pop explosion, but we were also really looking at the fact that Asian Americans have been really trying really hard to get into successful mainstream success in the United States for a very long time, and they just don't, right? That at the moment where when people have charted in groups this way, they tend to actually not be from the US. They don't tend to be Asian Americans. They might be Asian people, but not Asian Americans. And what does that mean? That Asian American groups have struggled to be recognized on the charts. But then we have this sort of K-pop explosion. Anyway, we're talking about a lot of things. And it was a good class. That was just every 80s song. Drenbar says, I like the sound. The dancer in me had a problem getting the grip of the sound melody, but I liked it. Oh, Drenbar, we were talking about dance too. Love, oh, so much. Drenbar, so much. I want to talk about dance. I want to talk about everything. Ah, yay. That's all about that one. Let me see. Atomica says, I want to start the player themselves with 100 points, but then they get another 50 points for their partner, another 20 points per child. Those points attach to those characters, so more family, more points, but also means more risk and more to lose if things go south with the overseer of the cul-de-sac. Huh. Hey, House of Dreams. Well, you know, Atomic, it's interesting because if they are dependents, that is a disadvantage that does give them points. So, you know, there's also that. That's all. Hey, so we were talking about, you know, BTS and Solid, and I started off with Q Sakamoto, who did the song Sukiyaki, or I Look Up When I Walk, from the big hit from 1963. Anyway, it was a good class. It was a good class. I want to tell you a thing. It's very small. I don't have a good unboxing for you all for today, although I did get in some more Traveler books because the Frontier War books are coming out, so I am getting them. But I want to show you a DVD that I got. This is the thriller Cruel and Unusual, Neighbor, Friend, Serial Killer with Tom Berenger. This isn't what I ordered, though. So there's this documentary from 2006 about trans women in prison, and I kind of want it for this chapter in my book, and that documentary is called Cruel and Unusual, and it's from 2006. And I went on to, and you can't find it anywhere, so I went on to eBay, and I found a listing for Cruel and Unusual, the documentary from 2006, with the picture of the cover of that documentary on it, and I ordered it, and I got this, the wrong one. So that happened, and I was like, you know what? My bad. I'll just accept it. And then some months later, i.e. recently, I was like, you know what? I really do want that documentary. So I went back in and I found a thing on eBay that says that actually listed out for real all the description of this documentary. So I ordered that one, and this came in again. Again, the wrong film. They gave me a refund for this one. And I found one more listing on eBay that had a picture of the open case of the DVD with an image of the proper. So I've ordered that one, and I'm really hoping that that one will be the actual documentary that I'm looking for, and not this Tom Berenger neo-noir thriller, which is not the thing I'm looking for, right? Yeah. And then the other thing I got, there was a CD that I ordered a couple of years ago, and I was just waiting for them to send it to me, and it just never came in. So I canceled it finally, and I reordered it from somebody else, and I did get it in. And this is a CD called, you can't see it very well. Here, if I take off the plastic, you can. So this is not video game or gaming related, but it is something I find interesting, and maybe you'll find it interesting. I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to need to open it with something that is a bit more knife-like, I think. And then I can show you the cover, and it won't be so shiny. But let me show it to you. So this is a CD that I found that I've been really excited for because it works for a class that I teach. I teach a class on the International Jazz Age, so jazz in the 1930s across the globe. And each week's a different city. And one of the cities I picked up was Accra in Ghana. And I finally found, so like this one here, this is called Delta Dandies, Dance Bands in Nigeria, 1936 to 1941. So this is a collection of sort of like jazz and dance band stuff, but from the 30s in Nigeria, which is perfect for the stuff that I'm looking at. So that's pretty cool. I'm sad about the Tom Berenger film, and no offense to Tom Berenger, he's a lovely person, I'm sure. Just not what I was looking for. That's all. Yeah. I try to love music. Hey, Prax, did you see the announcement about Epic? No. What announcement about Epic? Which announcement? Tell me. So, yeah, this is like a bunch of dance bands from the late 30s in Nigeria, and I'm so excited. Here, check it out. Exciting. It's really hard to find recordings of musicians in Africa in the 30s and 40s, because if any recordings are done by like basically colonial ethnomusicologists, and ethnomusicologists tend not to be interested in popular music. They tend to be interested in like folk music. So it's really hard to get recordings of popular music from the 30s and 40s in Africa. But I do have one good collection, but this is another one, and I'm very excited. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Jerry Bruckheimer is producing Epic as an animated feature. Say more. The TikTok musical Epic based on the Odysseys and the works being an animated film. Oh. Huh. Hey, isn't there an Odyssey movie coming out right now? Isn't this like 2 Odyssey things going on? Wasn't there an Odyssey movie by some big director dude? Right? Yes, right? Dreambar says, opening the protecting plastics around a thing. I kept those for ages. Way too long. I can't enjoy the product, but still, I understand this. I understand. But, I wonder if there's something I could really give you something good. Let me see. How about... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this No, I can't. Can I? I can't. I do not have a disk drive currently. Well, actually, maybe I do. Hold on. Starting Lupita Nyong'o. What? Really? I'm sure this is said, right? I'm normal. Yep. You're normal. Absolutely. For my purposes of normal. What happens if I put this in here? Come here. I'm just testing my PS5 because
Come
maybe...
on to my house.
Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Boop-a-doop-a-doop, 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 boop-a-doop-a-doop. Hello, Raiders, welcome in. Classical Glazer. Welcome in. What were you doing? What was exciting and new? How is it going? What's happening? What were you streaming? I love that song too. So I have a hello. So here's the thing. I have a drive, but the drive is detachable, as is the current day. I've had this super drive for a very long time, and I have it, but it takes in a USB-A, and you have to plug it in directly into the computer. And my computer only has 2 USB-A ports, and it will not work if you plug it into a one of those things. What's the word for it? It's a extendo bar. USB, thank you. USB dock hub, thank you. I was like, it will not dock, right? It won't. So it has to be plugged into the computer itself, not into a dock. And since I only have 2 ports, one of those ports goes to my USB dock, and the other port goes to the my camera. So if I want to if I want to use the DVD, which I did recently, by the way, I have to unplug my camera and then plug it in. So, it's a whole hassle, because why are modern computers this way? That is what I was going to say. Oh, you were co-working. Oh, Classical Glazer. I do love a good co-working session. That makes me very, very happy. So much. And now that is a fair take. All the ones I've been seeing are frightfully racist. Yours actually makes sense. Oh, so exciting. I have to read it. So I think I'm starting to get old. I'm used to items. Yeah. Drenbar, I actually think that I like physical media. You remember that moment? It was a couple of things, right? Where they made that, was it PS, whatever it was called, or PT, something or other? And it was that sort of trailer, that playable trailer for a Silent Hill game that never ended up coming to fruition because they ended up canceling it, and then they removed it from people's hard drives. Like, people had it on their hard drives, they had downloaded it, and then they just took it away from their hard drive. And that seems very creepy to me. And then also people buy all these things on, I mean, this is what you heard back in the day. People bought things on Steam, and then they went to the Steam and bought all those things, like hundreds of dollars, whatever it was. But then they did something to get themselves banned off of Steam, and then they couldn't access their games anymore. And I was like, that seems bad. Yeah, right? Thank you. They remove games that get delisted, right? So they get delisted. That seems really bad. And then sometimes, yeah. Yes. They ruin digital media by taking stuff back from people and also changing things your own. Right. Yes, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm a Commodore child. I'm ancient. Not that ancient. And you can you can never leave Steam, right? And you can't I just kind of feel like there's some stuff in there that is questionable, is my thoughts on this. By the way, right now I was about to do something. I bet you're wondering what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I was about to go and pull up the PS5 so I could play one of these songs for you, so we can see what it's like together. But before I could do that, it seems like the PS5 needs an upgrade, and so I can't do anything. I don't think I can. Well, maybe I can. Can I? Let's see. Because if I can, because here's the thing, I'm not signed in, so, and I can't sign in unless I update the well, let me see. Hold on. Let's just do this. We're going to just install the update while we're chatting. Boom. Update. Great. Imani, is this your first Uber stream? You know how I am. You know how I am. Because you can't hear games, which is what... It's wild, right? I noticed this when I went to try to change my 18-year-old Steam username, but you can't change your... This is crazy. This is wild. Also, I thought somebody once told me, oh, no, you totally can still play your Steam games even if you don't have a Steam account. You just play them offline. But then I was told that that's not necessarily possible. So, do you see what I'm saying? I think it's really questionable. I don't like it. That's only true if the game isn't always online. And isn't it so that more and more games are always online, even if they don't need to be? Isn't that also a thing that is happening? What if people don't have the online? Remember, thank you. Not often I get an age compliment. I do miss my beloved Commodore 64 texting. So, oh, me too, actually. Me too. So what I'm hoping that I can do right now is play one of the songs from the Nigerian dance band from the 1930s, but because of how the world works, I just have to wait for this to restart first. Anyhow, I'm going to be teaching a seminar on the concept album next semester, and also history of African American music as normal. And then what else am I going to do? I'm going to do, I don't think too much exciting. Over the summer, more games, but that's for another moment. That is for another moment. Okay, so now it's back up. We are in. It can't recognize the disc. Why can't you recognize the disc? Okay, so it says that it cannot recognize the CD. Does the PS5 not play CDs? What's up with that? This is it. It's not broken. I might have to do the actual, my CD DVD drive, but in which case I can't actually play it for you right now. And that would make me a little sad. Just for the record. I wish, you're not tone deaf. I don't think it does, because it actually might just be a Blu-ray player. Yeah, I think you're probably right. You know what? You're probably right, which means I'm just going to have to rip it later, and I'll play for you Nigerian music from the 1930s at a different time. That's fine. It's okay. Struggle. So we are playing. Let me see. What is happening? What is happening, PS5? We're not playing the PS5. There we go. So we're playing Mutazione. Oh, I see what it is. I wasn't able to log in because they wanted my they updated their privacy agreement or something like that. Great. Anyhow, I'm back. That's me. As tech advances, they take features away until you just about... Amani? Why are you pointing out the misery of our lives right now? You know what I'm saying to you? Like, it's not your fault, but I am saying this is what they do. So I don't know people. So there are people here, Drenbar, who are old enough to remember. Oh, thanks. Thank you. So do you remember? I remember that time when airlines said, "Hey, everybody, we're the airlines." That's how they said it. And wait, they said, "Everyone, we're the airlines." And then they said, "Oh, mixtapes and cassettes are so good." And they said, "You know, we've decided to stop counting, like, because you used to be able to get two, or was it one or two or three? It was either one domestic, two international, or two domestic, three international. I cannot remember now. But you would get check-in luggage for free. Like, it was always like either two national and then three international, or one national and two international. I can't remember what the number was, but you get my point. Check-in luggage used to be free, right? And I remember that time, sometime in the 80s, when they said, "Oh, we're going to start charging you for the luggage, for check-in, for your check-in luggage. But we're doing this so that we can lower the prices of tickets, because not everybody even uses their checked-in luggage. So if we just start charging you for check-in luggage, then it'll be cheaper for you in the long run, because then we can lower prices." And I think it was two international, one local, I think. Yeah. Basically, because that's why Southeast, two free local checkpoints, which, yes, that makes sense, right? I think it was one local, two international, and then Southwest had the two. Yeah, absolutely. And I remember when I heard them say that, when they're like, "Yeah, we're going to do this, we can bring down prices." And I was like, and as Imani says, they used to lie to our faces, and now they don't even bother. Because here's the thing. Did anybody really believe they were going to lower the cost of ticket prices? I didn't. I was a kid, and I was like, they're not going to lower the ticket price costs. What are you talking about, right? Like, I knew that was a lie. Like, that was very obvious to me that was a big old lie. I don't know why they thought that we would fall for that one, because that was clearly not a true statement. But we can pretend, man. So my point here being, anytime they're like, "Oh, this is for your convenience," I was like, no, it's not. This is me yes-anding Omani, where they take features away, they make you buy them back again. And I'm like, yeah. Shmel's just like, at least they put the effort back. That's true. They did at least try to lie to your face. You know what I mean? Like, they did try to lie at least. They did put in the effort to try to fool you, even if we didn't buy it. This is so Pope. Hey, everybody. I thank you, buddy, for being here. My goodness. So that's exciting. My goodness, what a lovely moment. It is good to be with you all. I'm going to say that. It is good to be with you all. And I think you're right that I'm going to have to plug in. I wish that, to go back to computers, I wish my computer had more ports. And I think it has a number of USB-C ports, but I need some USB-A ports too. That's fine. It's fine. No ports, just cloud storage. So, I still have a fairly extensive CD collection, also DVD collection. And people are like, "Oh, why don't you just get rid of your CDs and just rip everything and then get rid of them?" It's like, or I could rip things and then also keep the CDs. And if you buy storage, you only pay once. And it's true. Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. I feel like, oh, thanks, Pope. Also, Hector. So here's the thing I wanted to tell you. This is maybe because I'm of a certain age or because I'm a sci-fi nerd, but I remember playing video games or watching movies. Probably actually cyberpunk RPGs back in the 80s, where they would talk about EMP, and like the EMP would like destroy all the data on the electronic media. And I was like, right, okay, but if I store all of my stuff, all of it, on my hard drive, and I don't have physical copies of things, what if there's like an EMP attack? What if like aliens come in, they EMP my computers, or they fail? Then I will lose all of my songs. So I still keep hard drives. I'm still to this day, if I can, and by this I mean if I need a song for tomorrow morning for class, then I will get it digitally. But my goal, my preference is to buy a CD and then rip it, and then I have both the CD and in higher quality, and then also the digital. That tends to be what I'm going for. You know what I mean? I hate that capitalism made me a tin hat, but did they sell you that tin hat? That's the question. You have about 4.5 Gs of music on CDs. Yeah, I have, right. Your core collection from my teens is to my 30s is in CD form, right? And I will I will rip the things for convenience so I can listen to it when I'm on the go, but like I do want the physical copies. It's not fair enough if they're really out there taking your stuff. Yes, they are. By the way, I'm going to show you something. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. It's really cool. Give me 1 second. I don't know where it is. It is. I don't know where I put it. I wanted to show you. It's a big deal, and now I can't find where I put it. I was like, it should be with my like. I knew where I should have put it. I can see on my shelving where it should have gone, and it doesn't seem to be there. So now I've got to figure out where I put it. And it's so weird that it's not there. It was like it should be right there, but it's not there. What is it? I will tell you. So this very cool thing, there's a very cool, let me see if I can find a link for it. We are going bowling. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. So there was, so back in the day, there was an organization, the Red Hot organization, which created, they were doing like AIDS benefits back in the day by making these compilation CDs, compilations of music. And they did, Red Hot and Blue was the first one, which was artists doing covers of Cole Porter. And then the videos were directed by famous directors. And they had all of these. They had like the first one was Red Hot and Blue. Then they had like Red Hot and Rio. They had a bunch of these different ones. And then it looks like the Red Hot organization, I think they've gone through like organizational changes, perhaps. But anyway, they put out recently a brand new compilation of music celebrating trans people, by and for and about trans people. And it was called Transa. And they also released it like as a big, huge, cool box set of, I got the version with the CDs. It's like or did I get the LP version? I probably got this. Anyway, I'm going to put it in the chat. But it's really, really cool. And I got it, and it should be like right over there. And I'm like, why is it not right over there? It's not here. This is all RPGs. Anyway, it should be in I must have moved it. But it was really cool. So we're talking about like physical things and the value they bring. That's all I'm saying. Look, says Prax, I still have all of my vinyl, my cassettes, my CDs, and yes, I use streaming, but that's mostly because it's too hard to get international physical media. This is true. And Amani's like, I'm the same. Every time my dad asks me to do something with my collection, I'm like, no, never. They can bury me with them. I understand what you're saying, because here's the thing. They get rid of it and all of a sudden you need it. That's what I'm saying. And Prex is like, all my Italian, Sicilian, Mandarin, Cantonese, Turkish, and Arabic music that just isn't available physically, which is a real problem for libraries, by the way, because libraries would like to have physical media that they can lend out to people. And a number of things are just not being released as physical media, and getting the rights to lend digital versions of things to patrons is more and more difficult. Then Prax says, honestly, as an academic, I was always writing off the books as an expense. So that's how I justified never getting rid of them. Makes sense to me. And Amani says, it's bad enough the rising cost of rent lost me my book collection because I couldn't keep moving it from apartment to apartment. Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. Have they made a bowling league simulator game yet where you manage a bowling alley? I don't know if they have, but I think that'd be a good game, actually. I've kept all my CDs stripped down in a CD book for storage. I think I need a really good CD book is what I think. There's like I've seen these things that I think I held them up on. They're like these special CD covers that let you keep the. So one of the things about, so here's the thing. One of the things about going from your case to the sleeve is that there's often no space for the liners. You know what I mean? Like the liner notes, the inside and the back cover, right, of the CD case, like this stuff here. And there are some CD sleeves that are actually made to hold also the cover stuff, which I was like, that would be a good idea, I thought. Let's see. It's a cool-ass website. Isn't it a cool-ass website? It is. It is. Vancouver Monite says, having worked at Blockbuster, physical media and lending renting is horrible because people just don't care if they don't own it. I cared. I was always kind, and I rewound. Drembar says, LP for the win. Still have my parents' ones. They're old and delightfully crackly, as they should be. Although a new LP, no crackles. Moosouch says, I remember libraries. Back in the day, everybody had a library card. I still have one. It was also an important hangout spot for their kids. Right? Libraries are important. Libraries are important. Speaking of which, I am going to start up the Mutazione. You know? Some people were kind. Others somehow had Pine Sap ending up on a DVD. Why? Why is there a Pine Sap on the DVD? Look, you know what? Vancouver by Night, I'm going to tell you what. Respect. I imagine that was being a really hard job. I imagine that being a very hard job. Let's talk about the death murder of Third Spaces. You know what, Amani? Here's the thing. One of the reasons why Third Spaces dies is because people stop going to them, right? Like, if you have an entire generation of people that do not want to leave their house and will not go anywhere, then it's really hard to keep that coffee shop open. You know what I'm saying? Or even libraries. Libraries are super important, doubly for rural communities. Absolutely so. I'm a mole. I seldom throw things away. And old things? No way. My LPs of old jazz, sacred. I agree. Do you have that movie with that guy that was in that other movie last year? But yes, but also because we were punished for being there. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, in case no one mentioned or noticed my post. Oh, Sierra's Dairy Team were gay tonight. Sam will be sleep deprived. Oh, interesting. You're also sleep deprived. There was something. Oh, Vancouver by Night. I did. Thank you for reminding me. There was what I really love and I really miss were those those video stores, not Blockbuster, but those video stores that had the, like, Hollywood Video was one in Santa Monica. There was one up in the Bay Area where I grew up in, where the people who worked there were all film nerds. And if you walked in, you're like, hey, I just watched this like film from like France. It was really cool. Do you have any suggestions? And they would give you, like, if you wanted to know obscure or out of the way, like they knew films so well, and they could always give you really good suggestions of things I wouldn't have even thought of thinking of. People who really know their stuff, you know, people who love films and know their stuff. They were the best people. Like those video stores that had those people in them, those are always the best video stores, because I would have not have known half of the cool things that I've met film wise if it hadn't been for some of the cool people working at Hollywood Video who just were cool. So cool. Loitering laws: if you don't buy something every hour you have to leave the shop, you can't loiter. So yeah, I stayed home where I didn't have to spend money to hang out with my friends. I mean, I hang out like in squares, and I still do hang out, but you know, a lot of those places have become, you know, people don't go to those places, and so people don't even go to the library. So it's harder and harder to maintain those places and keep them going, which is like a real bummer. Oh, you're told to be in this park when you hit high school. Oh, yeah, I'd hang out in parks still today. I reduced my DVD collection significantly in 2020, but kept the most important movies. Yeah. Everybody, we're in chapter 7. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to find out. Ooh, that's right. We were going to talk to our friend. Oh, my friend's sleeping. So I think what we need to do is go to bed. Yeah, I guess I should rest. Maybe when I wake up, something will have happened with the gardens. But it's the morning. No, you know what? Everybody, I really have this feeling of dramatic doom. Is that bad? I don't know, everybody. Yeah, rest. That sounds good. It'll be fine. Yep. Sure. Y'all, I have things I want to do game-wise. RPG-wise, there are things I want to do. I just need just like a little bit of time to organize things that I want to do, like big time, big ways. That's all. Oh, wait, I don't want to go down there. I want to go across. Sorry. Oh. Gotta talk to... Yeah. A Twilight 2000? It's right over there. You can't see it, but it's right over there. There's the Twilight 2000. I'm going to be running AD&D 1E in the summer. But there are there are things I want to do. And Twilight 2000 is one of those things, but also like a lot of like little funky things that I want to do. It's okay. I'm keeping him cool. It's not... I don't think it's like a regular coma or whatever. He'll drink if you hold water to his mouth. It's more like the bit of him that is stuck somewhere just out of reach. I think he's stuck in that other place. Can I do something? It's not your fault, Kai. You have to start telling yourself now, so that maybe eventually you can believe it. I miss libraries. Spent so much time there. Oh, me too. Also did my schoolwork time there. I'm not sure what it's called abroad. I love libraries. So much fantasy. I love libraries. I would also go to the game store and just like browse the shelves for an hour. So much. Did not take too long to write. I'm so wrecked. I think... Kai. Kai! Huh? Oh. How's Grandpa? Is it Grandpa? It's the papu tree. You have to see. But Grandpa, how is he? I'm sorry. He's the same. But you have to see the tree. So beautiful. Petals falling like rain. Look. Oh, I got papu flower. Papu flowers for the Fung. Sorry? I know what I have to do. I'm going to explain. I brought the gardens back to life. But it's more than that. All this time people have seen the Fung as the cause of damage. But Jella said, life from decay and decay from life. It's about balance. This flower is life. I have to go. Can you look after Grandpa a bit longer? Of course, but what? I have to go. Wow. Ninja! We still do have libraries. We actually have one down the street. First off, we have libraries on campus, and I go to them. And then also we have libraries down the street. Like, they're still libraries. I still care about my libraries. Yeah, I was a library kid, too. I used to read folklore, mythology, fantasy. I used to just walk the shelves and aisles of the libraries and just see what was there. I used the library up to my 20s, but then dropped off as I got older because of the internet, if I'm honest. This is what happens, right? Convenience is killing community. That's what I'm going to say. Somebody once told me this thing. They said, in the past, if you were making a cake and you realize you don't have any eggs, you might go to your neighbor and say, hey, can I borrow 2 eggs? But now you're like, oh, I can just like Instacart those eggs, and you never have to talk to your neighbors ever. You know? I am going to, loving and working in libraries isn't the temple of my identity for so long. Oh, clockwork librarian. I was a student head librarian in middle school, and also a student librarian in high school, and also in college, and I would just spend my life shelving books. Neat. Tiknupto. Yeah. I understand now. I'm going to the tunnel. Tik-doop. Oh, I'm getting a hug. Okay, does anybody else think this is going to be like exceedingly emotional right now? Does anybody else feel like we're going to get something questionable? I think we're going to have to talk to everybody before we go into the tunnel, or not. I don't know, but I'm having feelings. I have concerns, but the tree is beautiful. Is this part of it that we have to give flowers to the tree? Nothing in here. Okay. We're gonna do a... Ooh. We're just gonna give it a good once-over. Talk to the people, see what's happening before we do our mission. Maybe if we do this right, we can save Grandpa. We can save Nonno. Because I have concerns. There is a lot of life here. That's something. Here, we're gonna talk to Yoke. Fun fact, New York City Public Library has made it possible so that anyone anywhere in the country can get a New York City Public Library card and access their online materials, including their ebooks and audiobooks. Oh, that's wonderful. House says, I wish my first job with books was at a library, not a Walden Books. I understand. It was you, wasn't it? The tree. A blossom? I think I have to go to the Fung. 7 gardens mood is sung. Papu flowers for the Fung. What you made is beautiful. Is there nothing I can say to keep you safe? Trust me. We cannot bear any more loss. Please. Hey, do you feel like we're in an intense spot here and everyone's being very intense and having intense feelings all the time at every moment? Because that's how I'm feeling. I understand that where I need to go is the opposite of the direction that I'm going right now, but there is this like temple thing that I did want to just check out and look at before we went into the Fung, because I thought it might give us some kind of insight, maybe, perhaps. So there was a comic book from the 90s called Dykes to Watch Out For by the same woman who did Funhouse, right? If you know Fun Home. And it was this comic that was published in, look at this, all the parts are visible. Alison Bechdel, thank you, Amani, Alison Bechdel. And it was published back then, and it was about, you know, these good old lesbians hanging out doing their thing. And they worked in a bookstore, like Mad Women's Books, I think it was called. It was like a feminist bookstore. And part of the plot line of this comic from back then was that a big chain bookstore, Buns and Noodle, you know, showed up and was like basically pushing them out of business. And I just feel like Fun Home was amazing and the comic was good. I'm just saying that maybe we could have listened to Alison Bechdel and others in the 90s when they were like, I don't know. Now I see. Here we go. We've got to give the flower to the Fung. Hindsight. And she was telling us, she was like, hey, and here's the thing. Barnes & Noble is still at least a physical bookstore. A Ninja says, I believe the internet will be the next library. You know, you say that, Ninja, but here's the one thing I worry about, that large publishers are trying to shut down the Internet Archive, right? That large publishers, the letters did in fact have several points. They did. Like, my concern is that large publishers don't want it to be the next library because they want you to have to pay for everything. Hello. Right? Like, that is my concern. My concern is that the internet, they're working really hard. They're suing places and really trying really hard to undercut the ability of the internet to be a library. Also, even to this day, not everyone has access to the internet. That is also true. That is also true. And, you know, even if you have access to the internet, some countries will ban certain websites, and it's easier to build a library than it is to get internet to everyone. You know what this makes me think of? Oh. Come on now, you two. Nona wouldn't want us to sit around like this. Oh, I feel so useless. All of us do. Little libraries are so, oh my gosh, little libraries, so nice. And the writers need to make some kind of money. It's true. And I was also thinking about libraries as, so you know the friendly, okay, and to be fair, libraries pay authors, and they do. And I was thinking about, so there are YouTubers, right, who talk about how they're getting fewer views because the algorithm is not pushing them and how the algorithm is not supporting them and like this is really bad. Some zine writers are using little libraries now, and that is true. And here's the thing about this comment that like the algorithm is not pushing them and so they're not being seen. You know, this wouldn't be a problem when people sought out videos on their own, right? The reason why people are not seeing you is because they're not actually looking for you. They're just looking for things to be delivered to them by the algorithm. Like there are creators, and if I think, I wonder if they have a new video, and I check on their page, and if they do have one, then I see it and then I watch it, because I'm used to seeking out things rather than waiting for things to be delivered to me. And people complain about how you can't, like, that people won't find you on Itch or Drive-Thru because those are not actual, like, those are not. Remember when notifications? I remember when notifications of subscription worked. I remember that. And Monty's like, fuck the algorithm. Absolutely. And the thing, Drive-Thru RPG is cool because everything is there, but there are no people there at Drive-Thru RPG. You know what I mean? I remember my life going into the friendly neighborhood game store and picking up a book, browsing, seeing what seemed like things, not looking for things I didn't know existed, just browsing, finding cool things. And then talking to the people who worked there who are like, oh, you like this game? Did you know about this new game that came out? And they would recommend things, and I would see it and I'd look at it and I'd pick up things I never would have known about otherwise. And this kind of like undifferentiated digital space with hundreds of thousands of little games, it's really hard. Like it's not a community space. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah. And Amani was like, correct. Find stuff that interests you. Stop being fed stuff corporations think you want. Yes. And also find stuff you don't know exists. Right? I found things that I did not know exist. There are things that I found in music stores or game stores or or libraries that I did not know exist, that I would not have searched for because I didn't know existed. You know what I mean? I was like browsing. I was like, oh, what is this? This is cool. And then I checked it out and it was neat. And I got to find things by accident, by happenstance. And yeah. Amani says, I'm such an old person about the algorithm, hashtags, and recommendations. And Wildstar says, that's why I like walking in bookstores with red. Yes, Wildstar, absolutely. Because there's something about that kind of synchronicity that you can find these things you don't know about. And also, here's another thing. You know the friendly neighborhood game store, which would have a place for you to get to play, or the bookstore that would, like, so a lot of these like little neighborhood community places would have them be classes, or like we had a place that would do classes on how to sew. Or how to do your taxes, or places that would like, some of these little shops would sponsor the local neighborhood soccer team, or they would advertise for like a local band. Like they were part of the community and they gave back to the community. It was like they were in conversation with the community. And look, it's like there's a lot of really cool things about Itch and about Drive-Thru. I'm not hating on them, but they're not in my community. Do you know what I mean? And so I think having things like that are not bad. I just think that they have to be an augmentation to community. And I think that they're not, you know? And I think that's a worrisome thing. You know, House of Dreams says, yeah, I found Vampire Magic the Gathering at my local game store as a teenager. You just find these things, right? These things that catch your eye. Absolutely. Amani says, I don't want mathematically corrected recommendations. I just want pretty things that catch my eye. Yep, they can't be the community of the space. They're just the platform. Right. And they don't think of themselves as community. They think of themselves as a platform. But these things used to be like, you know, I'm sure we can all think of those places, right? I mean, at least I hope we all can. Like there was a little ice cream shop that had 2 video game arcade machines, and we'd all hang out. Like we were like 13, 14. We'd all hang out there and play video games and like get a shaved ice and like hang out and chat, or I don't know, meeting people I didn't know before. Yeah. I'm glad I got the chance to tell Nono about the boat. Wildstar says, so very true. I buy beer from local brewery rather than big names because I know where that money ends up. You know, Wildstar, I'm going to yes and you here. If you put money into your local community, it goes there, right? People in your local community get it and they give it back. If you give it to some places, it will go to, I don't know, an unnamed bank account in the Cayman Islands, and it never goes back into your community. And I think there's something really valuable about like investing in your community, you know? Amani says, the arcade next to the Burger King interests me with so many random animes. They're just playing on their TV. Oh my gosh. I think about, going into the video store and weird random things are playing and you're like, what was that? And you learn about it. Like just the kind of discovery. I mean, I'd walk into a music store. I mean, I discovered some really cool music by going into a music store. You know those music stores where like cool people are working there and it's like late at night and they just play whatever they want to play and you hear something you've never heard before and you're like, what is that? And they're like, oh, it's this cool thing. And you're like, oh, great. Let me see that, right? Just the ways in which you can exist in like a communal space. And I think that's pretty awesome, actually. We joke about we're all just passing the same 20s around, but that's community. This is correct. It is community. And then sometimes the thing is, it will maybe become $30. Do you know what I mean? And elsewise, what happens is all of that leaves your community and it doesn't come back. And that's not the best. We spoke a bit just before band night. Do you remember the time him and Yoke had an argument about his canoe on some research trip? Oh, Lord. They were stuck out there all night because neither of them could agree to paddle in the same direction. Well, we should check in on Yoke after dinner. Well, I can do that. Mum, I just wanted to say, sorry. I messed up. I thought I was in this love story. It was going to turn out to be wonderful or whatever. But now I don't know how to do it, Mum. I don't know how to be a dad. No one ever tells you this, Tonguey, but none of us know how to do it. You just do your best. Gotta click. You wouldn't let anyone take over from her. Looking after Nono, I mean. Did she seem... okay? Just said she wanted to take care for him herself. Well, she always has to do everything herself. Not always. There was such a team. Her and RD. Oh, bit of an age difference, mind. But you could tell they were just fitted. I remember being so amazed by just the feeling of them being around them. It's like a penance. What is? Her caring for Nono. He never really believed she forgave him for what happened. It's her way of proving she did. This whole town has got, like, some trauma. We have to go into that cave, but I'm going to go and just visit my friends first because I feel like it might be important, you know, before we go down there and maybe die to carnivorous centipedes. Me when I worked at my college bookstore. Manager gone, Amani's got the aux cord, yes! At Praxis. So I mostly work by myself, which leads to very esoteric music choices during the day, which I also appreciate. The chat is on fire. It's true. Okay, Mudlark, go edit some videos. I know what that life is like. Petals everywhere. Strange old thing, that's for sure. Almost feels like some kind of a message, you know? Hey, yeesh. This sure smells spicy. Hey. I think we might put too much a bit of sauce of this marinade. Maybe just a little more? It is a small world. I told you, Bo, you gotta leave it optional. I gotta say, this was an impressive haul, Bo. Real impressive. I got my white whale. Yoke told me that fish was my white whale. Sure sounds like a Yoke thing to say. I wanted to tell you something. I was thinking about it. He is drooling. He's very excited for this fish. There was something I wanted to tell you, and it had to do with, I was looking at something. Music choices, no. Lurking? No. You said something that reminded me of something, and I wanted to tell you, and now I forgot. But I feel like... what was it going to be? Oh, dang it. I had a thing to share with you. I've been having dreams, but I don't remember them. I I don't know if you all are watching the Call of Cthulhu game that Lindy is GMing, the Nightmare at Vesterbush, which is pretty great. Very good times, good Call of Cthulhu stuff. Well done. And I'm just so obsessed with all these characters. Have you all watched it? Oh, love. Did you see the tree? Breathtaking. Terrible. As if anything has a right to be that beautiful with one of us so ill. It's your Sunday morning VOD watch? Well, then I will not tell you what happened. Prax, stuff happened. Stuff happened. I don't know how to tell you this, but stuff happened. Some of it was good. Some of it. You can share if you want. I don't worry about being spoiled. Oh, you'll just have to watch it. But we had our fights, right? We had to get ready for the ceremony for this midsummer, and then we had the hand fasting, and then, you know, the lottery. You make sure to take care of yourself, okay? Let us know if you need anything. Well, there's a lot of life here, so that's something. But I think it's time to talk to Jella. I will just tell you. It's a good sense of community. It's gonna get real bad though. It's gonna get real bad real quick. Yep. That's all I gotta say. Here, we're going down. This is it, I think. Yeah. Kalukale. Kalukale. What a wonderful day. All our hard work come to fruition. Old Papu flowering. Yeah, I actually think it was me painting, you know, whatever, it's fine. I just, you know what, who cares? It's just flowering. We're going to go and do the thing. We're going to talk to Jella. There has been a great change. Prax, there's a lottery. There's a lottery. We ended with the lottery to find out who would be the special person for Midsummer. That's all. Papu is flowering. Look, unless somebody starts screaming about bees, I mean, nobody started screaming about bees yet, but I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen. Even in a time of alignment, the power of the Fung is dangerous. It's not me I'm going for, though. It's Grandpa. All theories must be tested. I wish you luck with your experiment. I'm really happy to say I've been able to post some more quest calendar videos. I am behind, but I was able to post more. And I do need to do a bit more editing on those videos before I run out. I was not able to record a whole lot of them. The thing about recording the videos is that I can only record them on days that I'm not streaming with my lights, because they take the lights. This is it. Well, apparently this is it. I mean, everybody, I think this is it. She just said it, so... Hope we don't die. Remember the last time we were here and there were giant carnivorous centipedes in that darkness? And that was really bad? Do you remember that? Can we save the game? Is there like a way to save? Can we do that? This is not one of those games that you save, huh? No, it's not. Okay, well... I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got loud college students out there on the other side of that door. They're scream shouting something. What it is, I don't know. Look, I'm watching you have a very emotional moment. I'm also watching the NFL draft. That makes sense. Those things are about the same. Here goes. Okay. Oh, okay. Everybody, this is it. I don't... First off, this is beautiful. I hope I don't get eaten by giant carnivorous centipedes. This is beautiful. Hello? Wait. People on the other side of my door, these college students in the lounge, are singing Sorry by Justin Bieber. Why? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear them. I can. It doesn't look like you can hear them from the levels. I can, though. This will be distracting. Hold on. Wait. That wasn't what I wanted. Give me a second. I'm trying to noise cancel them so that I don't have to hear them. I understand what I have to do now. I have to find the great Fung. People, I'm worried. This is really beautiful, though. I mean, we're not being eaten by centipedes yet. Oh, this is the great Fung. Wait, what's happening? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. 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 Uh. Uh. That's my mom. What is this? It's you. Oh. Okay. Guy. You found me. I thought I was lost. I thought I would be alone here forever. I'm here now. You figured it out. You saw what I didn't see. I thought I was dying, that I needed to train a replacement. I feared what would happen to the community without me. But the problem was me. It's so dark here. I don't know how long it has been. How long have I been here? It feels like years. I'm not sure. Time feels weird here, doesn't it? It was the deer. A white deer. She came to me. Showed me where to find you. Do you know your guide's name? Semenya. Strong and noble. I like it. And you have known my guide, Karu, for some time, I believe. Did you send him to me? I did not. Though he knew I wished for you to visit. Kai, how am I supposed to go back? I think I can find a way. No, I mean, how can I face it? Our little children, our whole life, my best friend's son, torn apart because of me. I belong here, to this darkness. No, not because of you. This is the problem. You have to let go of this stuff. When Dad died, I thought, I wished on everything. Stars, spilled salt, seeds that floated by. But it was never your fault. It was never yours. I trained him. And I failed. It was my responsibility to give back what the expedition, my colleagues, stole. It wasn't your job to do that. I couldn't wish my dad alive again. But in the end, I wasn't wishing for him. I was wishing for before. To be a kid again. In passing the practice on to RD, I thought I would be passing the knowledge back into the community. I would have unpicked our damage. Instead, there was more. But in all this, you are suggesting I have situated myself as some kind of savior? I will keep listening. After the disaster of Moon Dragon, Mutazione needed a founder and a leader. I tried to give the power back to RD, to one of the community. But you think perhaps I was trying to predict Mani's path? Using an idea of power and responsibility which was mine and not hers. I see. What a clever, wonderful person you are. You were a good teacher. Annoying too, no doubt. The power needs to be shared. My task should be to open it up. Tell me what else you have realized. I will talk about my mother. I think you have to speak with Mom. All those letters she sent. I think I understand why you never replied now. I think you thought you were dangerous to us. But you're not. We need to be a family. Do you know the way out? Together. Oh, well done. Well done. Oh! Okay. It's Monday midday. Is Grandpa better? I have to find him. Okay. Well, we've been asleep for a long time, everybody. Hey, the slats on that roof are not all joints. You can see the sky through it. That's a really cool detail. This is also, very intense. Oh, hey, look. It's our friend. Aylin. Oh, my days. Kai, you're okay. What time is it? Everyone's out looking for you. I just had to stop, pick a few berries. I missed a meal and the baby is... Oh, never mind. I'm so glad you're okay. You've got to head back into town and tell everyone you're okay. I'll just slow you down. Quickly, go! Oh, okay. Yes. Just... What's happening? Do we think this is the end of the game? We don't. We do. I wonder what the students on the other side of my door are doing, who they are, why they're singing. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, well, we're going to try to find people. Oh, there's Yoke. We'll say hi to Yoke. Oh, my. My heart is hammering and I feel lightheaded. But you're safe. I'm sorry if I scared you. So you should be. I could barely face your mother. I was so certain you'd been lost. Never have I been so happy to be proven wrong. Forgive me, Kai. It seems you are much stronger than I was able to give you credit for. Hey, it was your research that helped me work it all out. As much as I would like to sit here and hear you flatter me, you must head up and see your mother. Did you know that she's here? That Nono's all but recovered. We will talk more later, but make haste. Make haste. Well, I guess, here's the thing. I could just not go. You know what? The gamer in me wants to go and meet and, check out everybody in town, but clearly I should just go and see them. Oh, there they are. There she is. Kaya. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. Where have you been? Well, talk to my mom. You made it. She arrived with Karab this morning. When I got her, everyone said you'd gone missing. But how did you get here so fast? Kai, you've been missing for more than a day. I'm gonna check. But you're okay? Yes, I am. You helped me back. Carol would never have let harm come to us. But my problem was that I was lost. But you found me. And I believe found a guide of your own, huh? I'll talk about Smenya. She was so strong. So beautiful and strong. I felt safe with her. Can I see her again? She is with you, my child. Some of us are feeling a little left out of the story here. Forgive me. I think we're all missing something important here. The poor girl hasn't eaten for a day. How about I cook you up a lovely lunch and then you can tell us what happened. Perfect. I am starving. You go on ahead of me. I want to just sit in the sun in my garden for a moment. Gather myself. Everybody. And I saw you. You were on the harbor, and it was like I knew you were coming. Remarkable. I can't believe everything you've done. I'm so proud of you. But it wasn't really about me. I mean, I know I helped by balancing all the gardens and stuff, but actually, it was about a different kind of balance. Grandpa got sick because he blamed himself. But his blame was kind of selfish? I don't know, that's the wrong word. Well, I totally get what you're saying. No, I know exactly what you mean. I do too. There's a way in which guilt and shame can just be very self-indulgent, you know? Your Nana used to talk to me about the same thing. She would say that while she was furious, she knew why Nono had to stay. But she called it a dangerously righteous kind of guilt. I'm going to talk about my grandmother. I'm sorry if you feel like I made you come here against her wishes. Oh, love, no. I loved your Nana, but that anger, it wasn't her. A terrible thing happened, and she did her best to get me away from it. But then she was alone, and she had to deal with it alone. I can't imagine what it must have been like. I can see why she was angry at him for staying. And I can see why he stayed. All those letters we wrote him. I thought he didn't want us in his life. Turns out, he thought he was protecting us. I'll just say thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. You sounded so scared. And when I tried to call back, they said they couldn't find you. I didn't think of anything else after that. Your grandpa and I, we spoke a little. I just stopped to sit by him for a second, catch my breath from looking for you. Then he woke. He woke and he said everything was going to be okay. I'm still a little angry. He spent time trying to be a hero when I needed a dad. But I can forgive him. Mom, how am I supposed to go back to the real world after all of this? And you were so annoyed that you had to miss swim camp. But you don't have to leave it behind. Let's try and make this place a part of our lives, okay? Just think of all the mischief Toby can get himself into. Oh, man. I so want to introduce him to the dots. Oh, look, Claire's coming. This is wild. It's such a delight to see you again. Sorry, I didn't have a chance to eat while we were searching. Actually, I'm supposed to say Spike's setting up for a photo. A photo? He's kind of an amateur photographer and he wants to get a group shot. You know, to mark the day. Spike's Claire's beau. That's the wrong voice. Spike's Claire's beau. Mum, sounds wonderful. I'll have to pass a message. Why not let Kai spread the word? She and I have got all the time in the world to catch up. But I want to hear more about you. Tell me about this Spike chap. He wasn't around when I was here, right? I'm going to say something nice about Spike. Spike's great. He's got his own houseboat and he sings romantic songs and everything. Well, sounds dreamy. Claire can tell you more. I'll go spread the word about this photo. Oh, that would be lovely. I know it'd give me time to get my hair done too. Thank you. Chapter 8 Reunion. Oh my goodness, everybody. I hope you're all emotionally well. I just feel like this is it, right? Maybe? I'm gonna have to spread the word. Hey there, Jitterbug. Did Claire tell you about the photo I want to take? Yeah, it would be great if you could pass a message on if you're, chatting to folks. Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll absolutely pass things along to everyone, to all the people. I feel like I told them, but... And then Mew played the tape right in the middle of the... bar. Oh, no. I mean, I'm glad that it worked out, but that kind of thing doesn't strike me as something Claire would relish. Oh, she's never been one for the spotlight. Oh, but it's all sorted now? Well, early days, but this is the happiest I've seen her in a long old while. I'm so glad. Her letters didn't say explicitly, but I did get the feeling that she was lonely. She always thinks life is happening to everyone else and not her. Said, in the city you can be surrounded by people and still lonely. Your chap, he passed away? A couple of years ago. Well, it doesn't go away, does it? Every time a door opens, I feel like I'm going to see him come through it. Or they walk with us. I'm having trouble understanding it all, to be honest. Well, it'll take us all a little bit of time, but there's no doubt your little one has brought life back to Nono and our little community. And the tree, which is important because everything is symbiotic or something. Well, them gardens are part of it too. I don't know, but apparently Nono's gonna run a little lessons on it for all of us. Well, she always did have green fingers. I hope you don't mind, Maury, but I'd quite like to visit more often. Do you think that would be okay with everyone? Or do you think it would be disruptive? I think it sounds wonderful, love. Absolutely wonderful. By the way, a lot of loud off-key drunken singing outside. I'm sure they're not drunk, but it just sounds like drunken singing. Ooh. And it was bigger than my whole body. And we heaved it onto land. And now we have fish skewers for dinner. Hey, Bo, did you hear about the photo? There is a photograph of the fish. No, I mean, Spike wants to do a group photo. Dot's welcome too. Oh, dip-dip-doo. I like photos. I should have one of the fish. Maybe we can all hold fish skewers. Maybe. Yeah, this is giving real end of game vibes, y'all. Nobody's here, but you know, what are we gonna? Ooh, we're gonna. This is. I can see why this game got excellence in audio. You know, if you get past the reef, there's a great big eel monster. Oh no, there isn't. You'll find out, my lad. You'll find out to your peril if you don't make that bark of yours great big eel proof. Huh? You're just trying to scare me off your patch. I'm just trying to look out for one of the people who'll protect me from the dirty nappy changes. Hi, you two. Oh, sorry. Hey, except maybe I'll hold on to the baby while you change it, huh? Just knocked us over. I'll make a joke. It wouldn't feel like a proper goodbye without the old-fashioned tongue crate to the face. Spike wants everyone in the square for a photo. Oh, you sure you're okay? You tell him we've got unloading to do first, huh? Come on, lad, it's the last shift you'll ever do before you get eat by that great big eel. I'm telling you, it sounds like there's some very drunk undergrads who are excited that the summer is, that the classes, who might have had their last day of classes today as well. That's all I'm going to tell you. I think that we might have we hit everybody? I feel like we might not have. Let's see. Actually, we need to find Mew. Who have we not told? I feel like there are people we haven't told. We should probably go all the way the other direction. Ooh. We're getting to the end of the game, and it's giving me feelings. I wanted to tell you that. That's just a thing. Speaking of which, good. I'm just checking things to make sure we're all still good. Okay. Let's see. Oop. Hold on. Here we go. It's oh, hey, Copper Glitched. You know, we're in this sort of like fairly intense moment, you know what I mean? Where we are just... It's very end of the line. Or as they say, it's the end of the road. No, I can't let go. It's something. It's impossible. It's something. It's a. It's that Boys to Men, but not exactly the way I sang it. I'm just saying, people like to send the photographs, right? Yay. Don't encourage him. They're just moving it from the pile to pile now. Well, if it doesn't need spreading, I don't see what else is for us to do. Maybe they can measure the pile delta. Why not diversify an existing market? Enter photo cards you can write on and send in the post, saving you an envelope. Sure you can't find a shorter name for it. It is quite complex a concept to try and communicate. It's a natural. Thank you. One of your first concerts? No way. Practice. It's impossible. It's a natural. Yes. Do you see that? The Boys to Men has a new album coming out? No way. Ooh. I don't want to hang out in the creepy mall. No, yeah, that's fair. I wonder if it's gonna be good. I have received the message about the photograph. Oh, cool. This compound, when applied to my outer surfaces, will allow me to spend limited time in the sunlight. Oh, so you can be in the picture. That is my hope. It's currently fairly rudimentary, and I will only test it for a short amount of time to begin with. But it will be sufficient for the picture. Maybe ask Aelin for some sense for it? I suppose there is no use in going above ground only to be avoided. And Sean Soft is releasing an acoustic album based on his podcast. No way! What is happening? I remember when Boys to Men did Teen Angel and Grease live, and I almost fainted. Oh, that sounds really amazing. That sounds amazing. It is really unclear to me what's happening on the other side of this door, if they're playing music and like karaokeing over it, or if he's playing a live instrument. There's a lot of questions I have, a lot of questions that I do not have answers for. I am going to go upstairs and see if I can find Mew, because I feel like there's some people who don't know about this photograph. Oop. Good old Boys to Men. Oh, hey, it's Grandpa. I will tell him. To see a garden grow is remarkable. As remarkable as it is ordinary. I feel the same about the young woman you have grown into. Though, the credit is obviously Gaia's. You will stay in contact, right? Try and stop me, huh? I believe that Spike wishes to take a photo of us all. The first thing I shall do when they are developed is send you a copy. Yes, yes. How lucky. How lucky. Oh, thank you, thank you, House of Dreams, for the link. I feel like I should have something grand or important to say. I know the feeling. But this is not an ending. Merely the closing of a chapter. Uh-oh. It looks like it's frozen. Why do you freeze on me at this moment of most importance? Here, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna just test what's happening here, because it has decided right here at this important moment to freeze up on me, which is, how shall we say, inappropriate. I'm gonna I can't believe it. We've been so good. We were having this trouble, and then it was a problem, and then it stopped being a problem. We're just going to do a quick fix. While that's happening, how are you all doing? How's it going with you? I'm gonna do a quick restart, because I can't believe that this happened. We've been, you know what though? Some of this is not us. Some of this, I think, is also obviously that Mutazione has been having a little bit of trouble on Mac. Let's see. Installed files. It's taking big emotional swings, right? It's taking big emotional swings. Verifying the integrity of the files. Validated. Okay, everybody. We're gonna try to bring it back up. See what happens. I just think sometimes it gets a little tired. The game. I will note that I've been playing other games and they've been fine. Just for the record. But let's hope we can get to the end of this moment. This intensity. We're right in the middle of a conversation with Nonno. Okay. Story. Go. Continue. Go. Let's see. Let's hope. Let's hope. Golly. Oh, continue. Where are we? Okay. All right. So we know where we're at. We got to talk to Nonno. I don't think we've spoken to Mew, by the way. To see a garden grow is remarkable. As remarkable as it is, we saw this ordinary. Same about you. Right? Very lovely. Credits Gaia's. You will stay in contact. This is where we were. Try and stop me. Spike, photo. Send you a copy. Yes, yes. How lucky, how lucky. I should say something important and grand. I know the feeling. But this is not an ending. Merely closing a chapter. A very fine chapter. But with many adventures yet to come. Don't worry. I'll be down in a little while. For now, I have some sunshine to soak in. You know, this game almost has, it's so evocative, it almost has a smell to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it almost smells like, I can almost smell it. I mean, I can't actually smell it, but I can almost smell it. Now, the question is, where is Mew? That is somebody we have not yet spoken to, but I don't know if everybody's there. Let's see. Dennis. It was you, wasn't it? I'm gonna stay quiet. Over 2 years of careful record and study. The tree only got worse. In 1 week, you did more than I could in 2 years. I will reassure him. You might have been the only thing that kept the pup. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I just feel like I've been missing a bigger picture. I'll ask about Tongue. Do you think Tongue's gonna be all right? Oh, he's a good lad. Much better than he gives himself credit for. I have a great hope that this will be the making of him. It feels as though we're at a new beginning. Thank you for your part in it. And now, I know. Stop being so noisy and leave you to meditate. Ha! Dennis, this is the first time I've heard you laugh. Oh, dear. Very uncouth. Very uncouth. See you in the square for the group photo? Certainly, certainly. Okay, so I'm going to see if we can talk to the dot shaman and invite the dot shaman to come. I still feel like we're missing... What if I don't ask everybody and it means that they don't all show up in the photo? That would be really sad. Well... Oh. Tick. Tip-doo. Tick. Well... Doon. Doop-dick-doo. Thank you. Oh. Everybody, I'm having feelings. Just so you know, in case you were wondering. Tick, noop, tick. Tick, tick, doo. Oh, noop. Tick, tick. Tick. Well, it was more complicated than that. But thank you. Ooh. Tick, tick, nick. Tick. Don't die on me. I might bring my brother back to meet you. Nick. I think it's like we're saying goodbye. Doop, noop, tick, doop. Exactly. Oh, and there's a group photo later if any of you would like to be in it. Bye. Everybody, I've not spoken to everybody yet. Have I spoken, like, who have I feel like I've missed people. I haven't spoken to, I feel like I haven't spoken to, I feel like I have not spoken to Mew, and I feel like I should find Mew because, that seems important. But where is she? Also, why am I getting flowers right now? Why am I getting seeds? Does this seem suspicious to you? Because it seems suspicious to me. Like, is there going to be some kind of final plant quest? Guess we'll find out. Hey! It's giving me melancholy. You know? It's giving me wistful. I feel like I've spoken to Graubear and Tung. Maury knows about it. Have I spoken to Claire? I feel like I haven't seen Mew. And I don't know where she is. But maybe she's in here? No. I have to find her. Oh, doesn't she? So chic. Well, feels so frumpy in comparison. You've got your own style. But she's just so cool. She's definitely confident, that minimalist aesthetic. But I love your aesthetic too. We cut your hair in these great bold lines. And I love the earthy colors you work with in dressmaking. Very woodland nymph. But gosh. I should just be glad to see her, I know. Your feelings are valid. But I think you don't have anything to worry about. Anyway, let's get your edges neatened up for this photo. Well, they do know about the photo, so that's good. I just feel like we're missing some people. So let's just check this side and maybe we can find anyone we're missing. You know, talk to Yoke. Maybe he doesn't know about it. Well, here you are. It's so delightful to see your mother all grown up. I must say I'm looking forward to having a chat with her. Last time I saw her, she was knee-high. A bit of a handful between you and me. I'll make a joke. So that's where Toby gets it from. Any embarrassing stories or pics that you might have? Very welcome. So speaking of photos, Spike wants us all up in the square for a group pic. Oh, yes, Claire mentioned. I think she's going to come and get me when everyone is ready. Well, in the meantime, I'm recording our research for future generations to peruse. I'm going to thank him. I wanted to say thank you for all your help. Oh, well, that is a very, very kind thing to say. I hope you will forgive the caution I have shown. It's out of care, but you are not my son. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I am too. But you have helped me, my dear. You have helped all of us. I'm going to talk about Mew. Mew still seems pretty... Some things cannot be fixed. But I think we can see our wounds more clearly now. We will help each other to heal. You will come back and visit us, won't you? Yeah, I want to introduce Toby to the Dots. Oh, well, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, dear child. I'm very pleased to know you. Everybody that cheats to the limit. I would like to point out that I feel as if I've got everybody about. I want to come back here every summer. I wonder if Fung will let me. Hey, I feel like I'm missing Mew. I just want to say that for the record. I just feel like I'm missing Mew, and I don't know if that's actually true, but I just don't think I've told her, and I don't know where to find her, and I don't want her missing from the photo because, you know, she's kind of my friend. Also, I'm really glad you can't hear these students just yelling. I hope there's not anybody here who still needs to do studying. That's all. Where would you find... See, this is a really good question. Normally, Mew is like in her home, but maybe she's out here hunting somewhere. Maybe I can find her out here. That's my current... my current theory is that maybe I can find her out this way because I don't know where else I would find her, but I don't want to go back to the photograph unless I try at least. Mom has shown up. She's now hanging out with her friends, so that's good. Mom showed up. She was here. She is cool. Mom's cool, by the way. Look, there's a lot more life in this world now than there was before. I have an almost complete collection of seeds. I'm pretty excited about that, I guess. I don't know, I have a lot of feelings. Just in case you were wondering. This game is really well written. It's got this very deceptive kind of chill vibe, and then it just hits you in the face with feelings, like really hard. Just punches you in the feelings face. You know. I don't know what they're singing. And I have got the noise cancellation on my headphones, and I still hear them singing, but unclear what it is that they are singing. I'm not bothered, but it's a weird disconnect in tone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in this kind of emotional, sort of wistful kind of space, thinking about mortality and guilt and shame and community. And then I just got some drunk people outside. At least I hope they're drunk. That's all. Any sign of Mom yet? Yes. Krellin, our mom is here. She has come to, she arrived, and she's great. I mean, she's nice. I like our mom. She has been here for us. Yeah, it's nice. This is my one option that I think that maybe I might be able to find her where she likes to go swimming. So we're going to give that the good old college try and see if we can find her there. Maybe not, but maybe. Which I think she's out here probably. Right? I think this is where we find. Definitely, yeah. If this feels very much in game to me. Okay, now how do we get into that? This was right around here. Where we find. It was right around here. There was like an entrance to that building that she liked to hang out in. Oh, here we go. Found it. Is she. I don't know where she is. What if she's hiding? What if we can't find her? I did look for her, by the way. You're a sick person? Krellin, are you sick and twisted or sick and tired? I'm just curious, you know, just asking for a friend. That friend is me. Well, I guess we just go back and go to the photograph, because I've been everywhere. I've been around the world, but I can't find Mew, baby. I don't know where, I don't know why she's gone away, and I don't know where she can be. Mew, the cat lady. I did try to find her, though. Well, I guess. Do you think I'm going to get in trouble? Is it going to be like tragic that I just don't think I told her. I don't recall that. Everybody, the cheats to the limit. This is sick and tired. I had to cancel Dr. today because I don't think I could hold still for the shots. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Were you able to reschedule? I hope so. Are you getting enough fluids? Are you taking care of yourself? Krellin. Okay, we're going back. I'm looking forward to sleeping in tomorrow. I've been getting not as much sleep as I would like for a sustained amount of time. Too much work to do, but I'm looking forward to that. Also, side note, my students asked me, my students like, when are you going to get the grading for these presentations? And I was like, well, now that everyone's done their presentations, now I can do them. He's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I was like, right, I had to wait for everybody to get their... It's fine. I did, but I did conclude the Thin Blood Chronicle as I was playing it to you. Oh, nice. With an epilogue, no one died except for the one that committed dabblery, which is only technically dying. This is true. Hey, okay, I'm about ready here. Let's bring everyone in. Is Mew here? Do you see Mew? I don't see Mew. Where is she? Am I... Oh, there she is. I see her. Am I in shot? There's a lot of noise. Oh, such a... wait. Such a delight your ear. Your hair looks so good, Claire. I love the clean lines. Oi, my coffee's getting cold. That's not his voice. Oi, hey, look. Just as the sun comes out from behind that cloud, we'll be ready. I knew there was a use for my chain of floating reflective surface to redirect light device. Clip, doop. Just as soon as you work out how to more mirrors. Oh, look. You're getting fluids? Okay, good. So now that the group is going to start up a follow-up LA Chronicle to the one I ran last year. Oh. I will... No spoilers. I had thoughts about something. It is such... But that's for later. Like probably next summer. It is such a pleasure to stand with you all. The compound for protection against UV and UVA rays appears to be effective. Come on now, I cannot hold this grimace all day. Tick. Frowning is cooler anyway. And it's kind of a mess because of how the Chronicle did. You know what? That's always a good opportunity for roleplay. Maury. Ballpack, that fish you caught is going to give us a fine feast tonight. And we'll have fish stock for days. Hey, nearly there, folks. Will someone tell me when the sun is out? I find my cheeks unable to sustain a smile for long. I'm going to talk about here. I can't believe it's only been a week since I first met you all. Hey, gonna miss us, Jitterbug? It's been a delight, all those wonderful gardens. And the recovery of someone very precious to us. Hey, they're very funny. Well, I think he's ready. Hey, here we go. Hey. Ready? As we'll ever be. 1. Hey, 2. And 3. That's it. Hey, Tanya DePass was the diversity consultant for this game. What? I know Tanya DePass. No way. What? Wild. No way. Hey. And there's a proofreader for UK English. That's cool. I didn't know that Tanya worked on this. I had no idea. Nobody told me House of Dreams. How am I supposed to know if nobody tells me? Nobody told me. Let's see what we got. Optimization, Polish, cutscenes, time and world simulation systems, wildlife design. Where's this game from? Successful ending. Alessandro Coronas makes the sound design and music. The telenovela is also by Alessandro Coronas. We've got some guest musicians. Is this Italian? Where's this from? It looks okay. It looks European to me. I'll just note that. The garden music. So Alessandro Coronas has done most of the music. Scandinavian? Maybe Scandinavian? Josefsson, but then we've got La Chapelle, we've got Holmgard, that looks Scandinavian. Nils Deniken also sounds Scandinavian. Mads Engberg. Sarah Josefsson. Diana Demovska. Napnock Games, in-house QA. Okay, this looks very pan-Europe. Denmark. Okay. Localization. Cool. Brazilian, Portuguese, Danish, Dutch. American English project manager. They've got a person for American English. So interesting. Made by Die Gute Fabrik in Copenhagen. Oh, Copper Glitch. Cool. There's definitely other Europeans in there, but most Scandinavian. Yes, most Scandinavian. I think so. Nice. Oh, Copenhagen. Hey, Denmark. Hey, who did Hitman? Hitman was by that company. Weren't they also? Were they from Holland or were they from Denmark? Where were they from? They were from like the Hitman games, right? They were that studio. That was the same studio who did The Secret World, right? And the Red Line games, maybe? No, maybe I'm thinking somebody else. But who did Hitman? Where are they from? Wow. I know we're watching credits together, but I do think it's kind of, important. Danish developer IO Interactive. Thank you. IO Interactive. And they are Danish, right? Yes, they're also Danish. Huh. Okay. I thought they were Danish, and one of the reasons why I thought so is because of the accent of one of the characters. I was like, oh, hell, hold on a second. Who did, yeah, they're Danish. I think it's one of the actors, right? Was in my mind. I remembered his accent. I was like, oh, wait. I just quit the game, but I have to start it back up again. And, because I just saw something that made me think that I need to start the game up again with you together right now. Sorry about that. It was fake out. Sorry, we have to go back in because I just saw something that had a little star on it that I thought that we should maybe look at. Danes are not just the monarchs of LARP games. Apparently not. Apparently they're the monarchs of all sorts of things. Yeah, no. See, look, it says letters. That's new. What is this? Dear everyone, I'm really sorry, but I have to postpone my trip to see you all this summer. I've been looking forward to coming back and catching up for ages, but I've been offered a place on a super cool botanical expedition as an intern. I'm just going to be carrying samples and things for a few weeks. It's focused on radical sustainability, totally interesting, and I really can't miss it. Please write to me over the next few weeks so I've lots to catch up on when I get back, and I'll try to come see you all as soon as I can. Big love to you all, Kai. Oh! Dear everyone, I'm really sorry, but I have to postpone my trip to see you all this summer. Oh wait, that's the one we saw. Here we go. Hey Kai, Maury said you want everyone to send you letters or something. Oh, so I'm stepping up to do the first one. Yoki's letting us all use his fancy typewriter, so at least you don't have to decipher my handwriting. Well, anyway, I'm probably pretty much the same, I guess, but also, being a dad is big stuff. I had to work on how to do it right. And she's running out about with so much confidence now, getting into all sorts of trouble. No time for soaps anymore. By the way, that little kid is so adorable. Side note. Having a kid around makes you think differently about the future, I guess. I've been helping Dennis make the place more child-friendly. Our fellow Hector says, I've always wanted to play in a Nordic LARP game. I think it depends. I think a lot of the Nordic LARP games seem to really enjoy bleed, and I don't enjoy bleed, so I don't know if that would be a thing for me. I think it might not be a thing for me. Yeah, it may not be. It may, like, I love good, deep, and emotional RP, but I'm not into blood play, let's say. So I don't know. Nordic LARP may not be a thing for me. because I like everyone to have a very clear understanding about the difference between themselves and their character. I think that if I were playing an order block, I don't think I could actually enjoy myself. I think I'd have to be on and be very professional and not be able to play, because I don't think I'd be able to trust the people I'm playing with not to bleed all over the place. So I think it's probably not for me. Too bad though, because I really do love good emotional play, but I don't like emotional play with people who don't know the difference between themselves and their characters. That's no fun for me. So probably for me, probably not, sadly. Yeah, I just can't trust people who think that if my character's mad at their character, that they think that I'm mad at them. So yeah, not my vibe. Oh, we've all been learning from Nono about, well, I don't know how to describe it. How everything's connected. It's pretty complicated, but also cool. We used to want to get out of here, but having a little one around, well, everything is different now. It's like the biggest adventure happening all around me. Aileen will write soon and tell you how she's doing. We're good friends, I think. It's good. Guess that's it for me. I hope your expedition or whatever goes well. Are you a super cool scientist like your grandma? Oh, and I nearly forgot. We found some old seed packets in my dad's toolbox the other day. I thought you might like a sample. See you soon, I hope. Tongue. Oh, look at that. Got some... Oh, what? What's that? This letter will be unlocked soon. Oh. Hey, everybody. I have to wait 24 hours before I can unlock this letter. Krellin, go feed monkey. That's super interesting. I have to wait 24 hours before I can get that letter. That's cool. All right, so looks like 5 more letters. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one that I can't open yet. So this is what's going to happen. Just so you know, I'm going to tell you. Clearly, the game is time locking us out of stuff in ways that are interesting because they want us to like feel the moment, I guess. First off, we finished the game, except that there are these letters taunting us. So next Thursday, we will start by dialing up Mutazione and seeing what the letter says, getting as many letters as we can, and they'll probably, I bet they're not going to let us get all of them at once. We're going to have to wait over time. So next Thursday, we will get this letter, and maybe we get 2 letters. That would be cool. And then we will play The Long Dark Chapter 5, Wintermute Chapter 5, because there's a game waiting for us, and that is, we're going to finish up Winter Dark. I'm really, really excited for this. Well, I think my inventory will be empty in The Long Dark because it starts empty, and we don't get to refill it yet, but we will refill it. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about this, everyone. We're gonna... Ooh, spine. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit funny because we're gonna go into Mutazione, get the letters we can next Thursday, and then we're gonna play Long Dark. We'll play through Chapter 5, which will be amazing. And I do want you to know that we are going to then also play the 2021 winners for excellence in narrative and audio and game overall, like the IGF awards. We're going to keep going IGF awards as we move through time, but we're going to take a quick pause because the next game that we're playing on the Mac is going to have to be, it will have to be The Long Dark Chapter 5. We got to finish that up. We've been waiting for some time, and we have to come back to play it. I'm so excited. What a good game this was, huh? So I'm getting the sense that Kai is now in college. Like, she's been going back every summer for a couple of years now, because she was 16 when the game started, and she's clearly older now because Tung's kid is like running around. So it must have been like 2 to 3, 4 years. This is really, really good. Really good. Yeah. I think really good. Whew. Wow. What a cool game. So I love the aesthetic. I love the art. I think the art was really cool. Really cool art. I like the kind of 2-dimensional paper vibe, the kind of construction paper look. I love that. I think it was really, this is a game, I don't know, Die Gute Fabrik, I don't know how big of a company they are. I don't know how big of a, this really looked like it was made by people who are not some expensive studio with like billions of dollars, but like a smaller studio that just did this cool thing. The writing was really well done. It was really thoughtful. I think they had some really good, like, I mean, what I'm going to say is it went deep. This game went deep. I'm thinking about, oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. We can go here. One of the things I think about is that this game, you know how there are games that are rated M for mature? You know how that is? But those rated M for mature games are sort of sometimes not actually mature. They're just violent. You know what I mean? Like rated M for mature, and there's just like, I don't know, people losing their spines, or like a boob or something. But this felt like a very mature game in that it really decided to go emotionally deep, to think about guilt, to think about saviorism, to think about what it means to coming of age, about jealousy, about generational trauma, about community trauma, about healing, about the relationship to your environment and your community. It just felt like they really went deep and really thought about trying to communicate not heavy per se, but meaningful emotions. And they really clearly spent time with the sound design and really trying to make something very, very interesting. And that's amazing. That's wonderful. What a great game. I'm so glad I played it. I hope you enjoyed it. And by the way, we got it done in 16 parts. Now, would other people have... Ooh! Hey, let's do something for fun, shall we? I'm just going to look up something for, just for the sake of an argument. Let's see. How long to beat. I always go there and then I laugh. So howlongtobeat.com. Let me just look at it. How long to beat. Hey, how long to beat? Let me search for Mutazione. Mutazione. So, okay, I'm gonna just, it says here in How Long to Beat, in case you were wondering, that it takes 8 hours to beat the game. But if you are completionist, it will take you 11 hours. And there is leisure. The leisure version of it is completionist leisure is 16 hours and 12 minutes. So that would be the longest is 16 hours and 12 minutes. I have spent, according to Steam... well, okay, wait. For the record, the slowest person here on PC was 21 hours and 35 minutes. My crashes don't count. So the slowest was 21 hours and 35 minutes. It says that my playtime is 43.8 hours. But I do want to say my crashes shouldn't count, right? So I'm maybe double the How Long to Beat. I do know that this is sort of a habit, but that's okay. You know, we're hanging out together and it's fine. And we did have some crashes, but that's okay. I think that was amazing. Thank you for being here with me for all of this, everyone. So it's 9 o'clock, so we're gonna go. Let me tell you what's what, so we can put our mind to it. So today's Thursday. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel is going to be the next session of The Gamblers, our Traveler Pirates of Draenix campaign. And we're in a space battle. We're getting into the space battle for real now. So come and see us next week and see how that space battle goes. And then on Saturday, I've got back-to-back streams. At noon here on this channel, we'll be playing Heaven's Vault, and we'll probably play that to about 2:30. And then at 3 p.m., over from 3 to 7 over on Aerial Ninja, we'll be playing part 2 of the Lucky 7, this D&D campaign, this T&D adventure by Derek P., one of our community members. And then Sunday night will be another episode of The Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, where we've learned that, as Krellin said, sometimes it sucks to be the friend with Merlin Wicht, Merlin. Sometimes that is the case. So we're going to sort of jump back into that crew and see what happens. I'm loving this season. And that's this week. Next week should be it won't be the tax, the tax evaders will not be, we will not be up for Nightmare and Mestifish, but the tax collectors will be up, so you should see them. And it should be the same, except that we'll be playing The Long Dark. We'll start with Mutazione for like 5 minutes to get our letters, and then we'll go into The Long Dark. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, everybody. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Oh, and I forgot. Tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern will be the Critical Role. So if you're watching Critical Role, you can watch us. You can hang out and chat with us on the Discord and chat with us if you like. But I right now am going to, I made food. I cooked food yesterday, even though I wanted to go to bed early, but I cooked food. I'm going to go grab food and then be ready for hanging out tonight. So thank you so much for hanging out with that really cool game. Wow. That was really good. Y'all are awesome. I will see you tomorrow or later tonight in chat. And thank you for being here with me, and take care of yourselves and be awesome. Bye, everybody.